Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine. Today's reading is regarding how would you view and perceive yourself as a stranger or as someone from the outside looking in. There are three piles. The timestamps for each pile is in the description box and the comment section below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. I want to say thank you for all the support I've received. I greatly appreciate it. I do thank you for clicking on this video today. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your readings. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding how you would perceive and view yourself if you were a stranger. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify the cards that have come out for you, and then we're going to get into the reading. So the first card out for you is the Knight of Wands. The following card is the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Swords, followed by the Hanged Man, and the fifth and final card out for you is the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Four of Pentacles. So the message that I'm getting from this is that first and foremost, you would perceive and view yourself as someone who's passionate and fiery. With the Knight of Wands, this is someone who takes fast action. They can be a bit impulsive. In this case, it's impulsivity for a positive reason because the Six of Pentacles follows, and the Six of Pentacles is about being charitable. This is about taking care of other people. It's about making sure that others have what they need. It's about giving to those that are less fortunate, or even having others who depend on you financially and for material reasons. And with the Knight of Wands coming out before the Six of Pentacles, you are very intent, very focused on providing for those around you. Whether this be for charitable reasons like homeless people or people who need food, people who have issues with bills and rent, it doesn't matter. In this case, I'm perceiving that this is specifically for people around you. So it could be like your children or your parents or anyone that you love and that is close to you. But all in all, you're a person who would perceive yourself as someone who is very giving, very compassionate for others. You have a lot of people who rely on you for I'm getting for financial reasons. It could also be for emotional reasons and nurturing reasons, but specifically, I'm getting that you give a lot. And with the Knight of Wands, you're someone who perhaps maybe overworks yourself. So you would see yourself as someone who is very quick to take action. So you're someone that if you want something or you need something, you go after it. You don't delay, you don't pause, you don't take time to really sit down and create doubt or anything. You just move forward because you see that there's a need for something, and you may be someone who's impatient about waiting for things. So there may be a need to pause. Okay. So you would probably see yourself as someone who's so overworked and who just goes, and never really takes the time to slow down. In this case, I'm also getting that with that being said, you're someone who would perceive yourself as someone who works at giving so much that it's at the expense of yourself. In other words, with the Knight of Wands, this is someone who is constantly on the go, constantly building money, constantly getting money, constantly looking for ways to make enough for ends meet for other people, that it puts you in anxious energy. And I say that because following the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is the Nine of Swords. This card represents anxiety. It represents worry and fear, depression, insomnia. It represents having a despair. So your desire to provide for others, it causes you to be in a Knight of Wands energy where you feel like you can't slow down. You feel like you can't take a break. You feel like you can't take a breather or pause for yourself and really reflect on your own mental and emotional headspace because you're so focused on giving with this Six of Pentacles. You feel like if you slow down, then there won't be enough, or you and your loved ones will somehow suffer. And essentially, it's causing you a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety here. With the Nine of Swords being at the bottom, at the center of the deck, you would see yourself as someone who needs a break. And again, I say that because then following the Nine of Swords is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man card is actually a card about pause. It's about surrender and letting go. It's about taking time to really look at things from a different perspective and perhaps maybe making a change, if you will. Maybe considering the way that you're going about things with that Knight of Wands energy is not necessarily beneficial to you, and it could be causing more harm than good. That's how you would see yourself, as someone needing to pause and really reflect on their approach to things, how they're approaching things. Because the Hanged Man is also a card of sacrifice. So that coming after the Nine of Wands is suggesting that with that coming after the Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords is suggesting that you are sacrificing your own well-being. You're basically sacrificing yourself to make sure others have, and that is honorable, and I can resonate with that. However, at this point, you would also see yourself as a Nine of Pentacles, because the card following the Hanged Man is the Knight of Pentacles. You would see yourself as someone needing to slow down, continuing to work hard, continuing to be responsible, but perhaps needing to refocus and repurpose yourself. Because the Knight of Wands is about productivity, it is about having a routine, it is about being efficient. Whereas with the Knight of Wands, which comes out first, that describes how you are showing up, would suggest that you're someone, like I said, you direct your energy and you just go. The Knight of Pentacles plans, so they would see you as someone needing to plan, needing to get out of the Knight of Wands energy of just getting up and going and not really thinking, not really focused on anything other than getting to the bag, other than getting the coins, other than getting what you and your loved ones need. Knight of Pentacles gets things done. They still get things done. The Knight of Wands energy is not necessarily bad, but it can be if it's too impulsive to the point where you're not taking care of yourself. So you would see yourself as someone who needs to transition from a Knight of Wands energy to a Knight of Pentacles, somebody who needs to sit down, slow down, somebody who needs to come up with a better routine, a better plan to how to accumulate money. Because Pentacles is about money, and this is the Knight of Pentacles showing up at the end. So you would see yourself as someone needing to stay focused on getting money, stay focused on getting what you need for you and your loved ones, but needing to do it in a more efficient way, needing to do it in a more productive and routine way, needing to balance out your responsibilities in a way that does not cause anxiety and stress and worry on you. And then, of course, at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. This, again, supports exactly what is being said in the message. The Four of Pentacles is about someone who's saving money, somebody who has a scarcity mindset, somebody who has a concern about losing what they have or not having enough, so they become frugal, or they tend to take as much as they can get, but maybe perhaps not somebody willing to invest because they have a fear of losing money, or somebody who's not willing to slow down, like you showing up at the Knight of Wands. Somebody's not willing to slow down because they have a fear that if they slow down and focus on anything other than accumulating money or accumulating material things, that they won't have enough. So you would see yourself as someone needing to be more productive, needing to take a breather, needing to create a better plan, a better method that works for you, because you would see yourself as someone that is creating this Nine of Swords energy for yourself. You would see yourself as someone who is stressed, overworked, tired, anxious, someone who is mentally and emotionally and even physically worn out. You would see yourself this way. So I'm not sure if you would be seeing yourself from the perspective of a stranger or someone close to you. But in this case, I'm perceiving that this is just anyone who observes you. Anyone, this would be you observing yourself from the role of a stranger or someone close to you. It wouldn't matter. How you would see yourself from the outside of yourself is as someone in the Nine of Swords, overworked, needing a break, having a lot of responsibilities and giving more than you're receiving, because perhaps the people around you can't give to you, or they can't provide as much as you're providing, right? So you're having to pick up the weight or carry the weight and load of everyone else around you. And you are very passionate and ferocious in this with this Knight of Wands. You are dedicated to this. All of your time and your energy goes into making sure that you are taking care of other people. And in the process of doing that, you would see yourself as someone that is neglecting yourself and needing to slow down. So that is the message I got for you. If it resonated, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll return to the channel for other readings. Thank you. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading regarding how would you view and perceive yourself as a stranger, as someone from the outside looking in. So I have already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the 5 cards that came out, and then we're going to get into the reading. So the first card out for you is the Three of Cups. It is followed by the Page of Swords in reverse, and then the Emperor card. And then the following card is the Hermit card. The fifth and final card out for you is the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Empress. So I am perceiving that if you were someone viewing yourself from the outside, you would perceive yourself as someone who is highly discussed. I say that because with the Three of Cups being a card of friendship and community and collaborations, it's usually a group of people that come together to talk and discuss and have fun with each other. But with the Page of Swords in reverse following it, that card usually also represents gossip or using one's communication in a deceptive way. So it would suggest that perhaps you'd view yourself as someone where other people, it could be friends and family of yours, or even just others in general, gossip about you a lot. You're highly discussed amongst a group of people. People love to discuss you, people love to talk about you, and people tend to be quite invested. Even if you're not aware, you would perceive yourself as someone who is who has people that are highly invested in what you're doing. And I say that because you have the Emperor card coming out after the Three of Cups and the Page of Swords in reverse, signifying that you're a person who is who is seen as respectful. As a leader, you would see yourself as this Emperor energy, someone powerful, someone with a lot of authority, someone that's focused and practical. And you would see yourself as someone who basically stays to themselves. Because with the Hermit coming out after the Emperor card, this is a card of introspection. It's a card of being alone. This is someone who's wise and they focus on themselves. They're very independent. This is someone who's very self-aware. And then following that is the Nine of Pentacles. Again, another card of independence. This is financial independence. Someone who is successful. You would see yourself as someone who is successful, but someone who stays to themselves. You would see yourself as an introverted person, a person that likes to be alone and very private. And this actually would probably this would probably be the reason why you're highly discussed, because you would see that you being in the hermit mode and having so much of a strong presence as this emperor energy and being very private about your finances and your success, that is basically what's triggering and causing people to discuss what's going on with you, because you are very private. You stay to yourself and you don't discuss a lot about your success. You don't discuss a lot about your finances and your wins and how you're accumulating so much. You don't discuss a lot about your personal life, and this is creating a lot of how do you say, what's the word I'm looking for? This creates a lot of curiosity. Sorry. This creates a lot of curiosity in the people around you and people that observe you from the outside. And you would see yourself this way as well. But since you're on the outside looking in, you would also have insight to see that other people are talking about you. So you would see yourself as someone who is someone who stands out. So you would probably see yourself as someone who's very well known and very famous, even though you're to yourself. And what I mean by famous is famous amongst the people around you. So you would have like a star quality, because the emperor is the emperor. This is the top of the hierarchy. So you would see yourself as someone like a star. Okay, you would see yourself as someone who triggers a lot of envy from others, because people can see that you're successful with this Nine of Pentacles, but with this Hermit card, they have no idea how. They have no idea how you're doing this. They have no idea about what you're doing. They also have the Empress showing up at the bottom of the deck. This is a card of abundance, which is also like the Nine of Pentacles. You're someone who's focused on abundance. You could also be a parent, because the Empress card is a card of a good parenting. This is a mother energy. It could also be father energy, because the emperor is out in the center of the read. So you could be a mother or father, you could be a single parent or in a connection, but either way, you're being seen as someone who's focused on your family, you're focused on your children, you're focused on the people that rely on you, you're focused on building your Nine of Pentacles to get to your Ten of Pentacles and create an empire and a legacy for yourself and for the ones that depend on you. This is what you're focused on, and you stay to yourself and you don't disclose a lot about yourself. Another quick message I'm getting is that with this Emperor coming out and this Empress at the bottom of the deck, if you're in a connection, like if you're married or in a relationship, with this Hermit card, you and your partner are private about your relationship, and you're private about your Nine of Pentacles. You're private about the money and the success that you're accumulating. You're private about the empire you're building. You're private about your home life and your family life. And this is triggering a lot of curiosity about you two, because you're the Emperor and the Empress, meaning that you're a power couple. So if you're in a relationship, you guys are being viewed as a power couple, and you're being viewed as a power couple that minds your business. You focus on your family, your children, or you focus on building wealth for yourself and your partner. You're focused on the success you've accumulated, but no one knows how you're accumulating it. You guys stay to yourselves. And again, if you're not in a relationship, you're being viewed as this Emperor and this Empress energy. So you're being viewed as a balanced energy. You go after what you want like an Emperor, and you can step into your masculine energy and pursue what you want, but you're also able to embody this Empress energy and allow things to come to you. So when you have to go after something, you're willing to go after it, but you also know when to sit back and allow things to come to you. And again, you could be a parent, because I'm getting a lot of parenting energy here. Or you could just be someone who is wanting to build an empire before you decide to have children. If you already have children, you're focused on this Nine of Pentacles. You're focused on getting to the Ten of Pentacles. You're focused on yourself, soul searching. You are someone you would view yourself as someone who is growing and evolving, because the Emperor and the Empress card are about evolution, constantly growing and being the best version of yourself. You would view yourself in a highlight. You would see yourself as the top of the hierarchy. You would see yourself as someone that's powerful and strong, but still um, feminine and calm and loving and nurturing, someone successful, someone that is one of one. But you would see yourself as someone who's constantly talked about, constantly being gossiped about. And it's envious. And I say that because with the Page of Swords in reverse, this is gossip. This is a deceptive energy when it's in reverse. This is like a it could be like dangerous conversations. People could be speculating about how you're building your wealth, about your relationship, and how you and your partner are doing, or what you're focused on, how you're getting what you need. People could be creating lies and rumors about you. But all in all, either way, these people see all they can see, because with the Hermit card, you're private. All they can see is you as this Emperor and Empress energy with this success with the Nine of Pentacles, or you and your partner successful with this Nine of Pentacles. That's all they can see. So they have to create their own logic about who you are. And with this Emperor and Empress energy out here, you're okay with that. You would see yourself as someone that's confident and at peace and not at all concerned with what people are saying about you. You would have no concerns with what people are saying, what speculations are being made, because with this Emperor energy, this Hermit card, this Nine of Pentacles, and this Empress at the bottom, you're focused on yourself. You're focused on growing, and you're focused on this Nine of Pentacles and getting to the Ten of Pentacles and having your empire and legacy built up for yourself. You're not concerned with what they're doing. And honestly, if these people were concerned about themselves, they would be able to stand in their power too and have Nine of Pentacles. But that's neither here nor there. But that's how you would see yourself. You would see yourself in a high light and very attractive, because the Emperor and the Empress are attractive. So whether you're a male or a female, it does not matter. You would see yourself as very sexy, very beautiful, very loving, very assertive and passionate. You would see yourself as the end all be all. You would view yourself in a very high light, and you would understand why people are jealous and envious of you and why people talk about you so much, because you would see yourself as the star of the show. But I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading there. If it resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comment section. And hopefully you'll return back to the channel for future readings. Thank you. Welcome, Pile 3, to your reading regarding how you would view and perceive yourself if you were a stranger or someone from the outside looking in. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify those cards and we're going to get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Two of Wands. The card following it is the Fool. The card thereafter is the Six of Wands, followed by the Emperor, followed by the Justice card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Magician. So this is a beautiful reading. Let me just start by saying that you will see yourself in the most highest of highest lights. So with the Two of Wands starting out, this is a card of planning and progress. It's a card of making decisions and taking action. Okay. It's the card of um creating a plan so you can take actions, because wands is an action energy. Okay, now with following the Two of Wands is the Fool card. The Fool card represents new beginnings, possibilities. It's an optimistic energy. The Fool is someone that trusts that any action they take, any plan they set out on, any adventure they go on, they have blind faith in knowing that they're going to get exactly what they're seeking out. So you would see yourself as someone that's adventurous, someone that likes to, as an opportunist, but in a good way. You like to capitalize on every opportunity, no matter what the opportunity or situation is. You see it in a positive way, or you see it as a way to turn it into something positive and use it to your advantage. You will see yourself as someone that's a go getter, because the Two of Wands energy is a go getter. This is someone who is quick with their decisions. They make a plan, they know what they're headed for, and they're going to take the action to go after it. Now, following the Fool card is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is also a card of progress and action. Again, Wands energy. But the Six of Wands is also public recognition and victory. So you would see yourself as someone who has curated a plan or is curating a plan of action. With the Fool card, taking that action plan and setting off on an adventure or on whatever plan or route you're looking to take with this new beginning. And you're doing it with optimism, as if you would see yourself as knowing that you're going to be successful, or you are already successful and you're seeing yourself this way. With the Six of Wands here, this is someone who has achieved what they wanted. The Two of Wands is setting a plan to become successful and reach victory. The Fool card is understanding that that plan is going to get you there, and the Six of Wands coming out is showing that this is the victory you've achieved. Now, what follows the Six of Wands is the Emperor card. You would see yourself as an emperor, or as somebody that is going to become or is becoming an emperor, because the Emperor card comes out after the Six of Wands of victory and public recognition. You would see yourself as someone with authority and power, or you are already someone with authority and power. And I say that because following the Emperor card is the Justice card. Now, let me just go ahead and say this. You could be someone who works in the justice system. Like, you could be someone that works in some sort of government facility. You could be a lawyer or a judge or a police officer. You could be in the military. You could be someone that is inspired or inspiring to become this. I'm getting the vibe that you're someone who is desiring to have a role of power so that you can create change. Your goal and your desire with this Two of Wands plan here and this full energy of optimism is to get the public recognition and victory, because you want to have power, the power of the Emperor, a decision making energy. You want to have the authority of the Emperor to create justice. With the Justice card coming out, you want to create change. You would see yourself as someone with a strong desire and an energy of action of wanting to have a position of power to create some sort of positive change. You would see yourself as a change maker. You want harmony. You want to change some sort of structure that helps the public, it helps other people. And the Magician card shows up at the bottom of the deck, another card of action. You are someone who will see yourself as a fiery, passionate, inspired, optimistic, go-getter type of person, but positive in a way where you desire power, but you desire power so that you can make decisions that helps other people. Not someone who wants power so that you can use it over someone or to create harm. You want power so that you can be a authority that creates a balance in some sort of structure or in the world at large. And with the Magician card, you see yourself as someone manifesting this, or someone that has manifested this for yourself. You see yourself as powerful. You see yourself as someone who knows what you want and you get it, or you're someone who knew what you want and you've already gotten it. Because you could already be this emperor with this public recognition. You could be well known. With the Six of Wands being a card of public recognition, this is usually a card of someone who's well known, whether that's in a community or whether that's overall, like you have a TikTok channel, or again, you could be in authority. You could be law enforcement, because public recognition could also mean that you're someone who works for a public sector. So you could be, again, a judge, a lawyer, a doctor. You could have a CEO position. Even if it's not in a government facility or a legal facility or industry, it could be something where you have some sort of authority that you are able to make decisions that helps other people. And that could be in any it could really be in any industry, but the whole point is whatever the story is for you, because each of you is going to apply differently here, just the same dynamic. Whatever role or goal you're after, whatever position that you're trying to get into or that you're in, you are there to make positive change. You are, well, you would see yourself as a humanitarian. You would see yourself as someone who is going to be well known, or someone who is well known, and someone who's going to become even more well known. You would see yourself as someone who's meant for success and fame, or someone who's already successful and famous on some level. If you're not, based on this energy, from what I'm seeing as the person that's pulling these cards, this is where you are probably headed. Just as a side note, this is either where you are or this is where you're headed, because this is a very powerful energy. I love this energy. The feeling of it is so, it's like power, but a positive power. It's admirable. You are going to be someone admired. Either you are or you will be. But either way, this is also how you would see yourself as a humanitarian, as a force of change, a force for change, as someone who wants to rear power and use it for good, as someone who's trustworthy, who's wise, who's balance, someone who's a protector, a defender of positive and truth and right, someone who is going to create balance and harmony in some aspect that's going to benefit the public and benefit the world at large. This is beautiful. You would see yourself in a highlight. I am seeing you in a highlight. So whether you have already stepped in this role or you're headed this way, this is how you would see yourself. I am going to leave it there. I do hope that it resonated. If it did, please feel free to like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for clicking on the reading today, and I hope that you'll come back to the channel for other readings.